Hello, folks. Well, you know, back in the 70s when foam airplanes began to show up on the market, we used to call them foam trash. Today I'm flying 3 modern foam airplanes that are definitely improved from those old ones, and they're definitely not trash. Well, you know, I've been making videos for a long time on YouTube. You know, when I started, it was before Google had purchased YouTube and before anybody was really making reviews anyway. But when Google offered to pay folks to make videos, it became flooded with video reviewers, and many companies hired their own YouTubers to make videos for them. But I started because I love the hobby and I was hoping to inspire young people and hope to get them into the hobby and not for the money. I still am hoping to inspire you. Of course, if you like to share my video and subscribe, I would also appreciate that. If you like it, click the thumbs up, and if you don't like it, click the thumbs down. But it'd be nice if you tell me why you don't like it so I can try to improve. So the first airplane I'm flying tonight is the Liberty Bike from WMParkFlyers.com. It was not hard to put together, and you can always see my first videos on all these airplanes. The second foam airplane is a park plane from NitroPlanes.com. It's a bit bigger and handles the wind a little bit better. And the third foam plane is the X-VERT from Horizon Hobby. It has its own unique flying characteristics, which I will explain. This, I hope, will help any of you new folks make good decisions about what model you want to fly. Well, this is the first airplane that I got after the fire. This is called a Liberty Bike from WM Park Flyers. It was sent to me by Jason Uberig in Canada. It's a nice morning out here. Let's give it a little flight. Well, this airplane's not very rigid, as the foam is very flexible. It weighs very little and is extremely bothered by slight breezes. It has a huge rudder which allows it to hover and do knife edges very nicely. Due to the tail-heavy design, it tends to want to go into hover all by itself, so you have to actually force it to fly horizontally. I do find it fun for hot dog flying around like this, so if this is your style, you're going to like it. It is windy. The second plane that I built after my fire, it's a park flyer. In fact, it says it's a park flyer. I got this from Nitro Planes. So let's see how this one does. Well, this plane's a little heavier and stronger, and it handles the wind a little better, but it does not seem to be as sensitive. It flies more like a conventional airplane with more power. If you're learning to fly, this may prove to be a better deal for you due to the strong foam construction. Okay, this is the X-VERT, and as you see, I've placed lights on it. It's kind of hard to tell which way is which when you're flying it. Most people take off from this position and hover, and the thing that you have to know about this machine is when you turn this on,
You start it by pushing the bind button. Now, when it's in the 0 mode here, this is the hover mode like a quadcopter. And when you're in this mode, it's stability, which gyroscopes control it, and this mode, it's full on. See, it slides sideways with the ailerons in the hover mode, forward and backwards, and power on. Now, if I just bring the throttle down, it comes down by itself. Not fast, it won't just slam down. You can see the wind here. Now I have to be ready on this button to shut it off or it just falls over.
Now this plane is really not what I would recommend for a beginner pilot, as it is small, fast, and difficult to maintain orientation in the air, as it basically looks the same upside down as it does upright. Also in the acro mode, this is very sweet, fast, and very smooth flying machine. In the gyro switch position, it's very docile, won't roll or loop, but is still very fast and can easily get away from you. When doing rolls, it's very fast. Also, you need to be familiar with your switches on the transmitter, because to land you must switch it to hover mode, and when it touches down you must shut the motors off with the switch or the bind button. The button must be held in, as it doesn't happen immediately, but it does with the switch, so you can get to that. If you know where that switch is, you can shut it off. When you complete multiple rolls, it's hard to tell whether you're inverted or upright. You have to simply pull the elevator stick and watch which way to go and compensate. Tip-overs are typical on grass fields, as the machine can't slide around like a helicopter, and the stock blades can easily break when it tips over and hits the guards or the grass. I'm going to show you my cure for that tip-over part at the end. I fly mine in the dark, which also makes for great fun. So if you have your stuff in one airtight Ziploc baggie and you like this kind of flying, then the X-VERT's for you.
And you have to be on that button to shut it off immediately. And this is why I have put these props on here, because stock props break almost immediately.
So these, no matter, they're not as strong as you think they are, and they will hit the prop if you hit hard. And the prop will hit the grass. So this is my cure. I put skewers on here, and one in the front on the top. Can't see it in the air because pretty much you can't even see this airplane in the air. That way when it goes down on its nose, props are not hitting the ground.
Okay, I've got my guards on there. As you can see, if this thing does fall over, the blades do not hit. So that's one way. So let's go ahead and take it up. Okay, see how that works? All right, let's try this again.
As you can see, it's a lot easier to fly this in the dark because, just like real aircraft, the left light is always red. That's the left wing.
Okay, got my hand on the switch. Got to get to hover mode here.
Also, if it's windy, you're going to find it hard to fly back to you, so you need to fly in a knife edge position into the wind.
Okay, finger on the switch. Perfect. That's the way to do it. And it does fly fun.